Today's lesson is on why your forehands and backhands are going long and how to fix it. There's basically two reasons why your forehands and backhands from the baseline are going long. Number one reason, the racket face is laid back or open at contact. You know, the difference between a racket like this that's straight up and down, completely vertical when you hit the ball, and something that's laid back 5 or 10 degrees can be up to a, let's see, 15, up to a 15 to 30 foot difference. So in other words, in where the ball lands, okay? So if that's vertical and that shot stays in, if you tilt the racket back 5 degrees, it's going to go 15 feet longer. If you tilt it back 10 degrees, 30 feet longer. So being vertical at contact is the key. You know, on forehands and backhands, whether you're hitting a two-hander or a one-hander, you need that vertical when you're trying to drive the ball and hit it with some topspin. Now, here's my big tip today on this particular problem. Focus more on your backswing. People are always concerned about the forward swing. Now, the forward swing is going to be much, much easier if you focus on the backswing. The backswing, what I'm talking about, whether it's a forehand or a backhand, the backswing is how you bring the racket back. So if you got a two-handed backhand or even a one-hander, okay, focus on how you're bringing the racket back. When you do that, you're now setting the racket face to be completely vertical at contact. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's say I'm in my ready position. Now, as I bring the racket back, notice the racket face is facing down. It's closed, okay? I don't want to be vertical as I come back. I want the racket closed as I'm bringing it back, so that when I drop the racket down and the racket face is closed right here, the strings that the side of the racket that's going to hit the ball is facing down. Okay, now as I swing up, because remember, you need a low to high swing when you're driving the ball with topspin. As I swing up, the racket will naturally, it automatically becomes vertical at contact. So you've got to remember that the backswing, if you can get from here to here with the racket face closed, the rest of the swing is a piece of cake. You're guaranteed vertical at contact as long as you're swinging from your shoulder and not playing around with your wrist and your forearm. That's why I'm always telling my students, you know, keep that wrist and forearm nice and still through the contact zone, all the way through, then windshield wiper, or let your wrist do whatever it wants to do. Basically, you want to finish over that left shoulder. But that's going to be the key for you. A good drill for you to practice is this. Using the white part of the net, the tape on the net, that represents the ball. Okay, so remember, you want to be like this when you're making contact, straight up and down, completely vertical. Just go in reverse, the racket's closed here. This point here is 1 foot lower than this point. And just practice that, brushing up and hitting through the ball, because insufficient topspin is one of the other main reasons, the second reason why your forehands or backhands are going long. And you can practice this on your forehand or your backhand. So if you start in the ready position, close to the net like this, and just turn and keep the racket closed. Okay, so right now my racket face is closed. Left foot is not up to the net yet because I'm going to step in a little. I'm going to step in a little as I hit the ball. Low, boom, every time vertical. So that's the main thing you want to focus on. If you're meticulous with that backswing, your forward swing is going to be a piece of cake. You'll be vertical every time. The racket face will not be open. And as long as you're swinging low to high, you're going to get the topspin. Because that's the second reason for shots going long. Insufficient topspin. So let's say you're getting some topspin, but your ball is still landing long. You have to increase the angle of your swing to produce more RPMs to get more topspin. So if I was swinging like this, here's my low point, there's contact, and I'm driving through. Now that's a low to high swing, you're going to have topspin. But if it's going long, you need to increase the angle to get more spin, more RPM. So now I'm going to drop the racket lower and swing on a steeper angle. That's why you'll see players coming up like this, the buggy whip. They need more spin. So those are the two things. Focus on that backswing, and you're going to start seeing your shots are landing inside the baseline. Please give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel. All the best. Take care.